Hey everyone, this is Steve Andrus with XTERRA. I'd like to welcome today Tim O'Donnell and Rinny Carfae here on joining us today at XTERRA Quebec. A couple questions I have for you. Number one is, you guys are here with your family. What an amazing opportunity to share your adventures now, your point in this life and your racing careers with your family. What is that like?
It's such a nice change to really just be focused on having a good time. Being part of this great community and having the family with us. I did Beaver Creek last year, my first XTERRA, and I realized quickly that XTERRA events can only be held in amazing locations, right? Yeah. So when the team asked me about coming out to Quebec, I immediately said, yes, let's do it.
Well, Tim, a question for you is, how does bringing your family along, involving them, your wife, your children, in your racing, specifically like for this event at Quebec, how do they contribute and help you with your racing?
Well, it's usually not a help, and for high performance, that's for sure. But towards the end of my Ironman racing career last year, I did a couple 70.3s by myself, and I just did not have a good time. And I realized, those days about chasing world championships were gone, and really my joy comes from, being active, staying fit, and sharing experiences with our family. So that's really, the power comes from, last night when we got to the hotel room and the kids were going crazy because they're like, this place is awesome. And they're running around like wild kids at, 11 p.m. at night. Yeah. But just that excitement really gets me going.
Absolutely. Now, Rinny, I hear that you are also participating this weekend, not only supporting, but what are you up to this weekend?
Yeah, Tim said that there was an opportunity for us all to race. The kids' triathlon, we're going to throw Izzy in if we can get a bike, and Finn, we might throw him in the little run. Jameson's a little young to do anything yet. He's only 7 months. But I'm going to do the run on Friday night. So I'm actually doing a marathon as part of Ironman next weekend. So, I'm getting my running going again. Not so much on the bike, but it gives me an opportunity to stay active and have something to do. Something for the whole family, which is awesome.
Well, thank you for coming and being part of XTERRA with us this weekend. And Rinny, thanks for coming out and driving effort with this guy. And,
yeah.
Tim, mountain biking. Let's talk about that. You mentioned the importance of improving your mountain biking skills. For this race, how has it been working with specialists in Boulder to be able to create and enhance your biking? And what are you doing to prepare for this race this weekend?
Well, I'll tell you what, I wished I had taken more lessons with Lee McCormick. He's a downhill mountain biker in Boulder. Great guy, taught me a lot. But I'm just learning how to handle the bike, really, honestly. I didn't spend a lot of time mountain biking in my my Ironman career just because it was a liability for me with my skill set. And but Lee told me one thing. He's like, the bike doesn't belong to you, the bike belongs to the trail. So really, like, knowing that, hey, the bike's going to do its thing and you got to kind of go around it, it's been huge for me. And I'm excited because I've never spent this much time on my mountain bike, and I panicked a little bit trying to get my fitness back, and I probably should have been focusing a little bit more on those handling skills, but I feel excited about where I'm at right now, especially versus where I was before Beaver Creek last year.
One of the things that caught me off guard, and actually I was impressed with you, is that number one, I saw on your Instagram that you were training on pump tracks in preparation for this event. Yeah. How was that experience?
It was amazing. I have so much fun out there. I feel like I have a whole new lease on life in terms of training. When I get on my mountain bike, I just get so excited to get out there, and especially when I'm going to the bike park, hitting the pump track. And then I was chatting with Sam Osborne a couple days ago, and he's like, yeah, all right, you're going to be ready because there's a pump track in the middle of this course. And that blew my mind to think that we're in a race course, we get to go roll on a pump track. That is really cool. So I can't wait to go explore the bike park a little bit later today.
Oh, it's absolutely amazing here. And again, on behalf of Empire 47, the Quebec people, they've done a great job here. You've talked a little bit about your health. You've had a lot of health things in the past and your health versions now, and you're really improving upon, your own journey in health and awareness. You want to share a little bit about that, where you're at this stage in your life?
Yeah, well, no secret that a couple years ago I had a heart attack, a widowmaker in the middle of Challenge Miami triathlon. And since then, obviously my perspective changed, my priorities have changed. But, I really am just now focused on leading more of a balanced, healthy life. And regardless of having heart issues, it's always important to be fit. My fitness actually saved my life when I had that blockage in my heart. So I'm out here, talking to as many people as I can. I get emails every week about people asking for help and support, and I'm very fortunate to say that sharing my story has helped save people's lives and allowed for preventative measures before they had a similar situation. So as long as I can be out in the endurance world and sharing my story, I think only good can come from that.
Wonderful. Thank you for saying that. XTERRA races are known for their rugged and unpredictable nature. how are you prepared mentally and physically for these variable conditions in triathlon? Hence, the rain is coming, the mud is going to be here. Great cue. How do you prepare for stuff like this with XTERRA specifically?
Well, I have no delusions of grandeur. I know that I'm a rookie here, and I'm not honestly putting in the training hours here. I'm here more as a dad and an advocate for the sport. So I'm just going to be flexible. You know, back when I was younger, I would have gotten really stressed if conditions weren't exactly what I wanted, but it's going to be the same for everybody out there, you know. And I know last year with all the rain, they had to change the bike course. So, you know, some of the guys were going into the course never riding lines before. So, you know, I'm just going to be flexible, not get stressed, and have fun. You know, that's what we're out here for.
You know, I appreciate you saying it. It's about the experience. What an opportunity you guys get to share this experience together with your kids, your family. You know, I'm in awe and appreciative of seeing that as a family man myself. I've had my kids come up and grow up in the sport, and watch you guys with these littles that just come running around. What an experience, and happy for you guys. How are you guys' interactions with your fellow athletes, and how do they enhance your experience in the XTERRA community? How has that been?
Yeah, well, you know, we're fortunate to be good friends with Sam Kingsford and Sam Osborne, so I leaned on them for a lot of questions. And then, you know, I have friends that, you know, my buddy Alex Gerber, who won the U.S. championships in his age group last year in Beaver Creek. Him and I we're out riding every day, and it's I mean, it's the same community in the sense that, you know, triathletes in general, no matter road or off-road or on-road, they all want to support each other. We all know how hard it is out there, and, you know, there's no egos. Everybody's willing to help. So it's been a lot of fun, and I know Josiah's here, and I can't wait to pick the other old guy's brain. Yeah. Actually, Rinny was joking. She's like, "Oh yeah, you're going to win the Masters." I'm like, "No, Josiah's here. I can get second."
Do you have any pre-race rituals that you usually do, and maybe something you've incorporated from your road triathlon days into cross triathlon with XTERRA? Do you have any those type of things that you'd like to share with us?
I'm not superstitious so much with the pre-race rituals. Most of them are body movement, making sure that I'm, you know, hitting my stretch chords before the swim, and you know, I'm physically ready to race. Other than that, I'll throw my headphones in, and you know, I got probably an old playlist I've been listening to for 10 years with some pump-up songs. Yeah. Rinny, do you have any rituals?
Yeah, I mean, mostly it's just like doing the same things that, you know, make you put your mind at ease and at peace with, you know, this is something I've done before. So it's always about just finding that rhythm and the cadence of things that you're used to doing to get your mind in a place to race well and switch that race mind on. But yeah, in our older age, it's about body movement, right? Like he went straight to making sure my body moves. That's the plus 40 side of us. That's okay. We've got to activate. We've got to like make sure movement is incorporated in there. So yeah.
I did a relay back in Boulder a couple weeks ago. I did the swim and I did not warm up, and I quickly realized that I need to warm up.
Well, Randy, to put you on the spot, will we ever see you on the starting line for a triathlon?
I know, you never say never. I obviously am in the thick of it with our three littles now, and I'm just running right now. I just don't have the time. Well, I don't make the time. All my spare time, I retired from triathlon, so I'd have time for the kids. So that's my main focus. But yeah, I mean, I'd like to learn how to handle my mountain bike. I've got a beautiful mountain bike sitting at home in my garage with not a speck of dirt on it. So at some point I'll have to get out there and see what this is all about. It's always intrigued me. It's always, I had friends like Julie Dibbins used to race, won a couple world titles, and XTERRA, Leslie Patterson, who raced obviously on road with me that I raced. And I was always sort of jealous of, you know, them going and doing these cool XTERRA races. So it's kind of been like, you know, in the back of my mind. But yeah, I'll never say never. Maybe someday.
Well, we'll see you on the start line for the run, and we'd love to see you on the start line in the water for a triathlon as well. Now, Tim, with current focus on XTERRA, how do you see your career evolving with XTERRA, racing, fun, evolution, experiential aspects of what your career now in this stage of your life?
Yeah, well, I was actually chatting with a couple of buddies. We were riding our mountain bikes a few weeks ago, and we kind of made a pact that the three of us are going to go find an XTERRA every summer to take our campers to and just camp out. And I think that's what it's about. We love taking our kids outdoors, and you know, whenever there's a reason to do it, like coming to an XTERRA event, it just makes sense, and it just adds a whole new level around it. But I found as we transition from racing that training still keeps me more organized and more on task with everything else I do in life. So when I wasn't really training seriously at the end of last year, my whole day kind of just disappeared into nothingness. So I need the structure of training for an event and the motivation to train for an event. And I definitely see XTERRA being one of those carrots that I keep in front of me as I grow older and look to balance life and fitness.
Well, what a great answer. Well, you guys, I want to thank you for coming all the way up to Quebec. Look forward to an amazing weekend with yourselves racing, with your families, the adventure. What amazing kids you have. You guys are doing it well.
Thanks,
and
Steve.
We'll see you guys out on the starting line and throughout the week. So.
I want to add one more thing, Steve. We were watching videos of some of the course, and my daughter Isabel saw one of the downhills. I think it's Shaman.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, Dad, you can't ride down that. You need to walk your bike down that." So we'll see. Hopefully I can ride down it.
You'll be fine. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. And,
Thanks, Steve.
We'll see you.
Thanks, Steve.